patient. Okay. So, welcome to Green Tulips. How was your first day?
I was really good. I learned a lot. I'm very excited to start working for the next 4 months.
Okay, all right. We're happy to have you. I hope you have a fun time. I hope you have a fun time with you as well. Thank you for joining Green Tulips. You're welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Hello there. Welcome to my channel. My name is Sherifat and I'm based in Nova Scotia, Canada. On my YouTube channel, I just share my personal experiences about life here in Canada. Also, I do a bit of immigration because I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant and RCIC. I help you with your visa applications to come to Canada, from your study permit, work permit, permanent residence, tourist visas, admissions, and all those good stuff. So if you need any of these services, please hook up with us at Green Tulips Immigration Consulting Services Incorporated, and we'll be more than happy to assist you, okay? In this video today, it will be like a two-part video. One for job seekers and the other part for employers who are looking to employ people, particularly small business owners and those who are looking for job opportunities in Canada. I'll be sharing my personal experience about that. So recently I hired somebody to join Green Tulips, and I want to share my experience about being an employer, conducting interviews and just things that has to do with the job itself. Okay, I hope you learn a thing or two from this video. So to start with, I'll be sharing my experience as to how I got to hire this person. So I started my business in May of 2021. It was part-time. I was in paid employment at the time as well. So I was running my business part-time and being in full-time paid employment. So I did that for well over a year. And 2022, I realized that I could not do that. I could not combine my business with my paid employment. I thought to resign. So December of 2022, I resigned and started my business full-time in January of 2023. That's a year ago from today. And I started my business alone as a one-man business. I was the founder, the owner, the admin, everybody. I was every role in the business. So in March of 2023, I realized that I could not do this alone anymore. And mind you, before I even resigned, I was like, am I sure I'm making the right decision? Will I be able to pay myself, full time and all of that? I've got bills. But to the glory of God, I did, my first 2 months, it looked really, really promising. I was able to pay myself even more than how much I was earning in my previous job. So in March of 2023, I then hired somebody on a part-time basis. By May, I realized that I needed more hours from this person. So she became full-time in May of 2023. So in May of 2023, we then became 2-member staff. So myself, I was full-time, and her as well was full-time. And that went on. Then sometimes in October, I think, or November, and then I had another person, though a co-op student. So co-op means cooperative education, in Canada. For some programs, for some schools, you need to have this, co-op experience to be able to graduate from your program. So there's this thing that Nova Scotia government does, and I'm hoping that other provinces also do this as well. So it's called the co-op education incentive. Yes. So what they do is they offer you CEI for sure. So they offer you funding towards hiring a co-op student, part funding, not full funding. So in Nova Scotia, the program has a minimum wage that you must pay your co-op students. That's $18 per hour, and from that $18, they offer you $8, towards the payment of their salary. So meaning that you are left to pay $10. So I think that's a way to encourage employers to hire students, because honestly, if not for that incentive, maybe somebody would have preferred to hire somebody else and get them to pay them that $18, right? The minimum wage here is about $15.25. So even if I get somebody for $16, somebody will still grab the position. Not many employers, are willing to hire co-op students, and I'll give you some reasons. Number one is, for these co-op programs, the minimum is about 12 weeks and the maximum is 16 weeks. So this person you're hiring will be with you maximum 4 months. Not every employer has that resources to invest in a staff for just 4 months and then they are gone. right? So from that angle, that's why you find that employers may be a bit, wary to hire co-op students, because they don't stay with you long term. So I'm guessing that part of the reason why the government offers this funding is to encourage employers to hire students. So for the employers, they get this incentive to make them or encourage them to hire co-op students. Then on the other side, for the students, they also make them have co-op experience, because the truth is, without this co-op experience, they're not able to graduate. One. Secondly, it also counts as work experience for them, because once they gain this experience, 3 or 4 months, they have an idea of what the job market is like. They have an idea of what work experience is like before they graduate, and it helps them, in the long run. So they're not like novice when they graduate. Like the person I hired is in the second year in the university. So when he graduates, he has an idea of what it is to expect in the marketplace and all of that. So when he graduates, eventually, he's not like a novice to the job market. He's not like a newbie when it comes to, work life. Do you understand? So I think the government has it. So the government, see that the incentive will benefit both the employers and also the students, right? And it's a good thing, I must say. So I was saying that, the minimum currently now in Nova Scotia is $18 per hour for you to be able to get funding for this program. The minimum wage right now in Nova Scotia is $15.25, if I'm correct. And what the CEI program, says that you must pay a minimum of $18 per hour. And from that $18, the government is willing to give you $8 from that. So you're left with paying just $10 to this person, right? You're saving $8, invariably. Another thing they also offer is if you're hiring somebody from the diversity group, if the person you've hired is a member of what we call the diversity group, so maybe they identify as the indigenous or Mi'kmaq, or they are a visible minority, they have a disability, anybody at all that falls in that category, you get an extra $1.50 for that person. Instead of getting $8 for anybody you hire, you get an extra $1.50, so you get $9.50 for that person, and you pay a minimum of $18. So for example, if you are paid $18, you are saving either $8 or $9.50. So for business owners, particularly small business owners, is a way to also hire people, and then you're saving some money, because the truth is not everybody makes money like month in month out. So if you are saving costs on wages, then it does help you grow your business better and faster, in my opinion. Okay. So this video is more for education, particularly for business owners who are looking to hire. So this is a program that's offered by Nova Scotia, and I'm guessing that they also have similar programs in other provinces as well. So if you don't live in Nova Scotia, ask around in your province and see if they have this program for you as a business owner, right? So this way you're saving costs on salaries. That's the part of this video I thought to share with you guys. The other part is about when you're looking for a job. So the person I hired, who started in January, started last week, is a co-op student in Dalhousie University, is in the second year. So the schools that offer co-op experience are NSCC, that's Nova Scotia Community College, Dalhousie, all the schools, particularly public funded schools in Nova Scotia, are part of this program. So if you hire any students from these schools and they are co-op students, the program is you're eligible for funding under the program I just mentioned. Okay, now back to the person I hired. So for this program, you have to get approval to get funding. It's not like it's not a simple. I mean, I wouldn't say it's hard, but it's not like you just sleep and wake up and get funding. You have to apply to get funding. That's one. Before you even apply for funding, you have to apply to the schools that they are looking to hire their co-op students. They have to approve you and say, oh yes, your business, because it's not only about just getting work experience. The experience has to tally with what they are doing in school to start with. So it's not like just any random work experience. It has to tell you what they are doing in school, like what they will gain that will help them in their program. Okay, so the school has to approve of your application that you want to hire their students. Then when they approve it, then go to the province and say, oh, I've gotten approval from XYZ school. Is my approval? Can I get funding? And they will still also look through your application that you meet the requirements. There are a number of things you have to also meet as a business owner. Not any random business, can just come up and apply for funding. You must be in existence. You must be active. You must be just some basic things. As a business owner, has to be in place for you to apply for funding. Okay. So for this particular person I hired, I have to interview about 8 people. So they'll also give me 8 students to interview. and then choose the person I want. So you're able to apply for funding for more than one person actually. Maybe 2 people, 3 people, but for me, my own case, also I just needed one person, right? So I got a student to interview, and I had like my top 3, right? The person I hired was my second best actually. So the first person I got another offer before we made our own offer to the school and to her. So she got that offer. So I got my second, top person, and then I hired him. So I'll just tell you my experience about, interview and what I myself looked out for before I hired, before I made my choice of my top 3. I think maybe you can learn a thing or two as a job seeker in Canada. To start with, so I got their names, their resume, about everything about them. I got it in advance. Then I had option to do in-person interview or over Zoom or over a video call. I chose video call. I was good with that. So I interviewed them, and I got from the first few minutes, I knew the person or the persons I was willing to work with, and I'll share those experiences with you. Maybe you can learn a thing or two. To start with, the person I wanted to really, really hire was a lady, very brilliant lady. Like from the first 2 minutes of us talking, I knew I wanted her to work with us at Green Tulips. She went all out. For the interview, she had gone to our websites, my social media pages, learned about the business, about me, like everything about the business she knew on the call. She didn't come to the interview like, so what's Green Tulips? So what do you do? No, she came in like she already was working with us. She knew so many things that I didn't even think she would know. So from that, I saw the interest she had in the business. Now, whether it was real interest or fake interest, that's another thing. But from that get-go, I saw an interest, a passion for the business and for the experience she was going to gain from the work experience, right? So that's, sold me, instantly. Another thing she also did was after the interview, she went to my LinkedIn, messaged me, told me, thanked me for the interview opportunity, told me, went ahead to sell herself, even much more to me after the interview. That for me also stood out, in that area. I asked some people, if I asked a particular guy, he's also an immigrant. So he came to Canada about maybe a year or 2 ago. And I was to interview you for a job. And the next thing was asking me, so how can I become a permanent resident in Canada? How quick can I become a PR? Can you help me to do a PR? I'm like, you are here for an interview, even though you would gain that eventually when you come work with us. But that was not the essence of that interview session. So I knew that this person was more about himself than the company. So within the first few minutes, I knew that this person was not somebody I wanted to work with. Maybe it was a wrong approach. Maybe it didn't mean it the way I took it, but I'm the business owner. I'm a small business owner. I don't want to take a chance with somebody that I saw from the get-go that he didn't have interest of my business and that. So that did not work for me. And that's like my last person in that group of 8, right? I had my top 3, I had my least person out. Even if I was giving free money to employ him, I may not have been willing to employ him, right? So as a job seeker, even though we know that what you're looking for is to probably gain experience, pay your bills, don't make it look like that when you are doing your interview. It has to be a mutually benefiting thing. You can also ask me, what can I gain if I work with you? What this is what I have to offer you. So don't make it look like a one-sided thing that, we are all here for all you want to gain your salary, to gain work experience, to gain immigration, to gain PR. No, I don't think any employer would be willing to ask somebody that does not have their business at heart, or act like they have that heart, if I say it that way, right? The another thing I also thought to share about my experience interviewing these 8 people is that some people came to the interview having no clue of what we do at Green Tulips. Apparently, they had submitted their resume to maybe many places. So they're not sure what company A was offering and company B. I'm like, you cannot come for an interview and not even take few minutes or even few seconds, go through their websites, go through what they do, and even the job description itself. Go through it, and then when you come to the interview, when they ask you about that, you are able to answer questions about those questions, right? Some people came without having a clue about what we do. But somebody came without having an idea of what the job description is about, even though I sent that to their coordinator. So the schools have their co-op coordinator that coordinates, between the employers and the student itself. They look out for the student that they have been, treated well, they are paid what they have been offered, what they have been promised. So they have these people that look out for them as well. So I sent in the my job description. So the least I was expecting of them was to go through the job description and the business to know what we offer and then come to the interview ready. So from that, I'm like, no. If from the interview you don't even know what we do, then exactly what are you coming to do here? Another person that also came and said, that she's also an immigrant like me, I want to start my own business. How did I go about starting my business? I'm like, I appreciate that you are looking to start your own business and also grow your business. That's not the essence of this session. When you join, you are always free to ask, to how you can also learn and see how we are doing our thing, and they can all pick a thing or two. Not from the meeting you're asking me how to become a PR, how to start your own business. Like I just stopped, like, okay, no. Now they are, mind you, these are students, so I didn't expect so much from them, but I expected it like the bare minimum, like knowing the job description, knowing about the company. So if you are going to go to an interview, please take the time and learn about this organization you are going to have an interview with. Even if you don't even love them like that, but you are looking to get experience, or you're looking to get money to pay your bills, act like you care, at least at that interview, right? Not like you come to the interview and you have no idea what this company offers or what you'll be doing when they employ you. That's not good enough. So for those of you who are coming to Canada to study and you have a co-op attached to your program, please make sure that you apply for a co-op work permit, because you need a co-op work permit to be able to do your co-op. Some people will think just their study permit is good enough. No. So when you're applying for your work permit, make it known to the officer that you also need a co-op work permit on its own, because your program needs you to do co-op to be able to graduate. Some officers miss that part, so you have to like hammer it and probably highlight it in your letter that please, I need a co-op work permit for my program. So the person I hired is a Jamaican. He moved here about 5 years ago with his parents, so they're already Canadians, so he didn't need to have a co-op work permit to be able to, get this experience. But if you're a foreign student, you have to get a co-op work permit to be able to do your co-op, okay? So this person, he started work last week. I'm excited to work with him. So far, so good. I'm seeing good signs. I feel that, it works well for both parties, because it's not a one-sided thing. It's mutual. He's looking to get experience for his program, looking to also get some money for this 4 months period, that will be with us for, and also hoping that this 4 months is also valuable to us. So even though the government is paying half of the salary, we are paying half. We still want to get value for the half of salary we are paying as well, right? So I'm happy that we are now a team of 3. I pray that it works well for both parties, and Green Tulips will continue to grow. Started with just me, starting part-time. Then I went to full-time. I had 1 person, and now we are 3 people. That makes me feel good. I'm grateful to God for the journey so far, and I pray that everything works out well. So if you're a job seeker, I hope that my few tips will help you in your job search and your interview. If you're a student looking to do co-op, I hope that you also learn a thing or two from and also if you're a business owner as well, looking to hire co-op students, I hope that you learned a thing or two. If you don't live in Nova Scotia, Google up your province to see if they offer this funding as well. I'm guessing that some other provinces will also offer this funding for employers, because that's an incentive to hire people. Because honestly, if I had my way, if I did not have this incentive, I would not even lie, I may not consider a co-op student. You know why? Because 4 months is quite short. These few days he will start, we'll train him through the basics of the things we do. Like a week or two will be spent on training, really. So he'll only be working for like 3 months plus, So this time we invest in him is a lot. I would rather have somebody long term and invest this much time and resources in that person, and they work long term for us, hopefully, that have just for 4 months. But because there's incentive that they'll pay out the salary by the government, it's a way to also gain that, and also contribute to the program of these students. But without co-op experience, they will not be able to graduate. So it's a way I'm also contributing to the economy of this province, of this country, and also offering students opportunities to be able to graduate from their program. Okay, so it's, for me, it's dual. I'm getting funding, no doubt. I'm also contributing my quota as a business owner to the economy of this beautiful province I live in and this country I call mine right now. Anyway, I hope you learned the thing got from this video. Thank you very much for watching. Please like my video, comment, share, subscribe. I would really, really appreciate that. Thank you and have a great time. Bye. All the best. I would like to use the opportunity to thank all our clients at Green Tulips for your support, for your patronage, your referral. Thank you so much. You couldn't have done this without you. I'm grateful for my growing team. I'm thankful to all our clients for this growth. Thank you so much. May God bless you and increase your business, keep you safe. Pray that all your dreams come true, your Canadian dreams come true. Thank you very much. Please keep supporting us and keep referring us. We are your number one plug for Canadian immigration services. Okay. Bye.